Security sector continues to take the lion's share of this budget, supplementary 3. We are allocating about 5.2 billion to help the security sector. The 3 billion out of that has been earmarked for NIS, and 1.3 billion has been allocated to internal security. Honorable Speaker, education sector has also been affected by the supplementary estimates, and this has been occasioned by an upward revision in appropriations in aid. This includes additional 2 billion to Higher Education Loans Board, 1.6 billion to various public universities, about 800 million earmarked for technical and vocational training institutes. And Honorable Speaker, there's a revised reduction. There's a reduction of 2 billion due to donor financing of Kenya Primary Education Equity in Learning Program. Honorable Speaker, we have also seen adjustments in the infrastructure sector, where about 11.7 billion has been reduced in the road subsector. The cut spans multiple projects and is composed of 11 billion decrease in government of Kenya funding and 0.7 billion reduction in donor financing. The committee noted that these revisions reflect ongoing fiscal consolidation efforts and may impact the pace of implementation of key infrastructure projects. Honorable Speaker, the reductions in the road subsector will have an impact on that sector, because a reduction of 11 billion means that some of those projects that are ongoing may stall. Honorable Speaker, as I wind up, Honorable Speaker, I want to say that this supplementary estimates 3 is a very, very brief report, and I would like members to quickly approve it, so that as we close the year in the next 2 or 3 days, the revenue projections is aligned with the public expenditures. Honorable Speaker, I would like to ask my Vice Chairman Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I stand to second supplementary 3. Honorable Speaker, this is a very short bill that is regularizing an expenditure that has already been spent. So we're just trying to regularize it, Honorable Speaker. And among them, you remember that they had removed the 12 billion for the CDF, which we returned. And therefore, I think it will be important that the members pass this bill very fast so that they can be able to get their money. Honorable Speaker, among also this, in this statement, in this bill, is that there was also money for interns that had not been factored into intern doctors. And therefore, the Committee of Health factored 121 million so that the intern doctors can be paid their last quarter. So this is a very important bill. It's a very small bill, and I don't think members will have much to say about it. I think the gist of the matter is you have your CDF returned. So I think if we pass it very fast so that we can go to the appropriations and and finish it, I think by this afternoon, so that Treasury this can be sent to the President for assent, and therefore Treasury can be able to move with speed before the close of the financial year. As you are aware, today today is 25th, we have only 5 days to go. So it is important that we pass this bill very fast, and I don't think there is even much to debate about it. So with those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I second it.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on the consideration of the third supplementary estimates for the 909,000.
Kuna watu kuja cheki. Usiwahi hapo na watu.
Have heard, but the Hansard has it that the chair of Budget Committee, as he was moving this estimate, he said that the departmental committees did not look at these estimates. They did not look at these estimates, and he said that because of time and something like that, that they called the chairs of committees to represent the departmental committees. I want to ask if it is in order that chairs of departmental committees can take the place of committees if estimates are sent to departmental committees. Is it by order that they can surpass the debates in the departmental committees, which then make reports to BAC, and then BAC then is able to find out how the estimates were dealt at the committee? Because committee proceedings is the underpinning of this house. So are these estimates, what is the integrity of these estimates? How valid are these estimates before us, before we discuss them?
Honorable members, can I allow some of the chairs of the chairpersons of the departmental committees to comment? Honorable Sir George. Yes, I will also give an opportunity.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. But Speaker, it is true what the chairperson of the Budget and Appropriations Committee has said, that due to time constraints, we may not have had the occasion to look at these proposals or estimates in the entire committees, although chairpersons who had issues were to appear and make expressions on behalf of the committees. May it go on record that committees are an extension of this House. Today is the day each and every member is looking at these estimates. Therefore, whether the committee looked at it, whether the chairman went there, it does not matter. What matters today is that you are here, you are looking at the estimates, you can either approve or disapprove the same. So that is the position.
Honorable Emase, member for Teso South.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, supplementary budgets are very important, because that is what allows government to respond to emerging circumstances and to address urgent issues and needs affecting the people of Kenya. But when we as a house depart from procedure, from tradition, where the representatives of the people at committee level are given an opportunity to scrutinize and advise, then it begs the question, are we in order as a house? That now we are looking at the supplementary on the floor of the house at the time of passing it, when we should have been given the opportunity to scrutinize. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Yes, yes, Honorable Kainan. Then I'll come to you, Honorable Oundo.
Madam Speaker, I take note of what the Honorable TJ Kajwang has said, but I think if we look at the same with the response given by Senior Counsel, the budget making process is a function of the entire House. The committee system is purely an administrative issue for the management of the same because of the numbers. And therefore, it's incumbent upon every member here. You have the report. This is where you are supposed to play your role as a representative of the people. Forget about the other things. But equally, we must also take into account, why did the framers of the current constitution introduce an article called 223? 223 means there are emergencies. You know, we cannot be legislating every activity of the government. If we do that, then we will not be functioning. So meaning there are certain things that the executive must be allowed to do it. And this is a tradition, you know, whether it's Westminster, whether it is any other, this is a tradition. And therefore what this third supplementary attempts to do is to do an endorsement of post expenditure, for allow, legalize, put it in perspective what has already been spent. The other bit, Madam Speaker, which I think we must also correct, and I agree somehow with my good friend, the Honorable Emas, in future, the Treasury should allow a bit of time, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because we also understand the way these things are done, so that the members of the Budget Committee and the members of the respective committees can also get an opportunity to go through this. But as it stands, and I know the good counsel as this, there's nothing illegal in any way. Play your role. If you want to bring an amendment, bring it. If you want to voice your concern, do it. If you want to vote against it, vote it. The bill is properly before the House. Play your role as a representative of the people.
Honorable Oundo.
Honorable Speaker, it is very perturbing how we are handling the affairs of this House in so far as budget making process is concerned. Yes, the draft of the Constitution provided for Article 223 to take into account exigencies that might occur in the process of the financial year. But honestly speaking, Honorable Speaker, for the matter to be brought to the House the very last end of the financial year smacks of mischief to basically, and consider, Honorable Speaker, that under Article 114, a member of Parliament cannot remove any amendments without the concurrence of the National Treasury. Indeed, it's a matter that we must reflect upon it as a country. Otherwise, then we are going to make budget-making process a very unpredictable process, and is going to mess up the economic management and proper management of national resources. Honorable Speaker, if just peruse through, there are areas that have been increased, there are areas that have massive reductions, and I do not know. It is a symptom, Honorable Speaker, that at the very beginning of the budgeting process, we seem to have a problem with the proper forecasting, proper for understanding what we're supposed to do. For example, Honorable Speaker, there was a promise to take the railway line all the way to Malaba. Yet now we are reducing 1.9 billion from the railway transport. Are we really talking? Are we keeping our promises? Are we keeping our words? Or the promises we make outside there are empty rhetoric that does not resonate that are not grounded in any law. Finally, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Batande has told us what all of us know, and I fear to tell it in public. We are doing badly. We are unable to raise the revenue that we project. That actual budgeting process is basically a clock to find ways and means of making us losing money. With that, because we are bound by Article 114 and Article 223, we have no choice but to sing along, say hallelujah, praise and worship, and just accept. This is the unfortunate part. That is how this country has fallen down to. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
You know, Honorable Oundo, you have used a lot of superlatives, but you are not really backing out what you're saying with actual concrete facts. So I think I will allow Honorable Kimani Kuria and then Honorable Ochieng, then we can close this debate.
So, Honorable Speaker, on the matter raised by the Honorable Kajwang, I think it's important that we realize once a bill is tabled in this House, it becomes a property of the House. And actually, the committee report just informs the House, and it does not mean that this House must abide with the report of the committee, which therefore means that even the report that has been tabled by my colleague, the chair of the Budget Committee, Honorable Atandi, is not necessarily binding. Any member of this House can rise in their position and amend any of the proposed allocations on that particular bill, Honorable Speaker. That being said, it is important that to inform that this supplementary 3 has been necessitated by the fact that although our revenues have increased based on how much we collected last year, at same time last year, Honorable Speaker, we still are off the target. And therefore, this necessitated the need to reduce the expenditures in line with the reduction in the projected revenues, in the actual revenues that are collected, Honorable Speaker. But it's very important to note that this Parliament, being the House that appropriates money, has endeavored to reduce our deficit as a percent of GDP. In the financial year of 2022-23, Honorable Speaker, deficit as a percent of GDP was at 5.7%. 22-23, we were able to reduce that to 4.9%. And for 24-25, we have been able to reduce that further to 3.1%, which means that this House had been cognizant of fiscal discipline and measures being put by the National Treasury, and we have agreed with them. And we look forward, Honorable Speaker, to a time when our deficit as a percentage of GDP will be zero. Honorable Speaker, it is possible that the next few years, especially with how with the decision being made on focus being more on non-tax revenue, which include appropriations in aid and PPP projects, I look forward to the time that this House will be passing a balanced budget, Honorable Speaker, and that we not have to borrow, whether externally or domestic, Honorable Speaker, to finance the budget. On Article 2 to 3, Honorable Speaker, this is necessitated by emergencies that may not have been envisioned, Honorable Speaker. And this is in line with the provisions of Article 2 of our Constitution, which is a legal provision of our Constitution. With that, Honorable Speaker, I beg to support the report by the Budget Appropriations Committee and urge this House to support this particular report. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Honorable TJ, I gave you an opportunity to ventilate on what you thought about this supplementary budget. So allow other members also to air their views. Honorable TJ, I have not given you an opportunity to speak. I will let you respond after everyone has spoken. So kindly sit. I will get to you. Honorable Ochieng.
The Honorable Speaker, this is not the first time we are doing a third supplementary, Madam Speaker. In fact, there are times when it's been done on the last day of the financial year. Madam Speaker, these estimates were tabled here last week, 1 week ago. They were accordingly committed to all the committees concerned, Madam Speaker. I say the Budget Committee, Madam Speaker, and all the committees, all the chairs of committees were availed a chance to appear before the Budget Committee. And in fact, more than half of the committees appeared before the committee. So it is a lie. It is not true to say that committees had no chance to look at this document. It's a lie. More than half of the committee chairmen appeared. And in fact, for those who didn't appear, it means that they were happy with the recommended cuts or increases as it were. So, Madam Speaker, I want to disagree with Honorable Kajwang. Every committee had a chance to sit, look at the supplementary budget, and appear for the committee. Madam Speaker, on Monday this week, we sat at a venue, and there are times when we sat for 2 hours waiting for chairmen, and they never appeared. We can't force them to come for the budget committee. That's what happened. Madam Speaker, in this House, and ourselves, the committee, the chairman of Finance Committee appeared, chairman of Agriculture appeared, Education appeared, and those who didn't appear, Madam Speaker, and let no one lie to you, The committee that didn't appear sent the committee of budget letters telling us that we believe 1, 2, 3 should happen. So in terms of participation, Madam Speaker, I want to assure you and confirm to you that every single committee participated in the process of the third supplementary. It's wrong to say they didn't. Madam Speaker, it is important to note that this is not the stage where we are going to start saying that there are sinister motives about a third supplementary. The Honorable Ondo knows that there are times when we have discussed a third supplementary on the 29th of June. And Madam Speaker, if the country feels that the monies we put at a department that will not be spent, that should be moved. If there are monies that are lacking at a department that is crucial, like security, what do? Do we sit back and say that if we put it, Ondo will say that this is sinister? This parliament must do its job regardless of what someone thinks is sinister, Madam Speaker. I support this report and support the supplementary.
Okay, Honorable Mugambi, I'll give you 2 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I was looking at the State Department of Housing and Public Works because I'm the Vice Chair, and I was looking at the estimates and what has come up. I think one of the greatest problems that we have, particularly State Department of Public Works, is that they have been stifled right from the beginning. In all the supplementary budget, there's nothing positive that has come in the State Department of Public Works.
2 minutes.
And when I see this now towards the tailhead, it's something that is really discouraging. Madam Speaker, let's not forget that the CTF money was removed. So if really we continue with this, and I'm not saying that because there's nothing much we can do, but let it be on record that we cannot wait until, without scrutinizing what is being presented to the House. That's my concern, Madam Speaker. The State Department of Public Works, and I repeat, has been stifled and continue to be stifled. Somebody needs to be sensitive to that State Department. So whatever the Budget Committee is doing and the Treasury, they must be sensitive, because at the end, we are going to close some department. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Honorable Member for Laikipia, Honorable Jen Kagiri.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I rise to raise concerns in regards to this supplementary 3 presentation in this House. Honorable Speaker, I sit in the Budget Committee, and I'm well aware that the Social Protection Chairperson submitted to our Budget Committee a request for reinstatement of 500 million that was deducted from GAF in supplementary 2. Honorable Speaker, why this was not honored leaves me wondering. Honorable Speaker, the National Government Affirmative Action Fund serves the vulnerable. That is our women, our widows, our PWDs, our needy students. And Honorable Speaker, when we don't make it a priority to service the National Government Affirmative Action Fund, I wonder if it is our people we are trying to stifle and weaken where they are. Secondly, Honorable Speaker, we have a challenge with the money for sanitary towels. Honorable Speaker, just to educate this House in biology, every month, monthly periods are come to our students who are girls in schools. Honorable Speaker, it is 1 year later, we are still seeking for money for sanitary towels for our students. Honorable Speaker, I think it's a dishonor. I believe in this House, everybody is related or a relative to a young girl in this country, either as an uncle, a father, a brother, or even a grandfather, Honorable Speaker. Let us be sensitive to the needs of our girls. We owe them their money, and this money is a priority and it's an urgency. Roads are not a bigger priority than the health of our students, our women, and our children. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, last I will listen to Honorable Kaluma. I will rule on your point of order in a minute, Honorable TJ. Proceed.
Yeah, Honorable Chair, the response to the matter raised by Honorable Kajwang is in Standing Order 207 of the National Assembly Standing Orders. This standing order provision, Honorable Speaker and members, establishes the Budget and Appropriations Committee designates its mandate and sets out the procedure by which it proceeds when executing its mandate. Honorable Speaker, in Standing Order 207, Sub-Regulation 3, it says the functions of the committee shall be, I'll pass A, at B, is to discuss and review the estimates and make recommendations to the House. At D, to examine bills related to the national budget, including appropriations bill, and of course there are other mandates spelled out there. Honorable Speaker, where Honorable Kajwang is concerned at is at subsection 6. And what it says, honorable members, is that the committee shall invite chairpersons. The committee shall invite chairpersons of all departmental committees to make presentations during the consideration of the budget. And so it is not denied before us that the Budget and Appropriations Committee invited all chairpersons of departmental committees. Honorable Speaker, if the chairpersons, upon invitation, went before the Budget and Appropriations Committee without remitting the matter initially to their departmental committees for deliberation, that is a failure of the chairpersons and a matter for the chairpersons in terms of how they relate with their committees and committee members. It is not, however, the reason to deny that these estimates are properly before the House, having been tabled last week, and they are the business of the House to proceed. Those chairpersons are being invited. If we have any issues for committee considerations, those are for committee internal issues. What is required is that the Budget and Appropriations Committee invites the chairpersons when they make their decisions on estimates, and that has been confirmed to have happened. So the matter is properly before the House, and we are ready to transact it straight away.
Thank you, honorable members. I think this matter, we are now repeating ourselves. I think it's very clear that the chairpersons appeared before the Budget Committee. Yes. And then right now, the Budget Committee has brought the report to the House. Yes. So you are all the committees sitting here. Yes. And it is for you people to decide, for the House to decide. Yes. So this is not going to, we are not going to say it was the Budget Committee that decided without committees. It is now before all the committee members who are seated in this House. And that is what we have discussed. So Honorable TJ, your matter has been dealt with. It's now before the House. So I think we can proceed. Honorable TJ, what more can you say, really? If it had not come before the House now, then we could have had an issue. But it's now before the House. Okay.
Madam Speaker, I want to appreciate you, the expert from Oma. I think he touched on all those issues squarely.
No, I think what is your question, Honorable Nyamai? Okay, I want to call the mover to reply, but I'll allow Honorable Donya to speak. If you make it brief, then we can call the mover.
I'm really appreciative, Madam Speaker. I've gone through this supplementary. Yesterday, the Speaker said they had factored our 500 in the supplementary, and we have to ask Honorable Atandi, the chair budget. I've gone through this. I can't locate it. Can you please clarify where the 500 million for the women rep is? Just because it's right here, and they can give us the answer, which we will work with anyway. Thank you.
Yes. No, I want to call the mover to reply, but as you're replying, kindly answer the question asked by Honorable Donya.
Honorable Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity to reply, and also to appreciate the members who have raised various concerns, and also to thank the members who have also been able to respond to the concerns that were raised by Honorable TJ Kajwang. Honorable Speaker, as a matter of fact, please keep quiet. Honorable Speaker, as a matter of fact, the committee of the House is the budget making committee, and therefore all members of this House, you have the opportunity to make the budget as we talk. Actually, from now we are going to move to the appropriations bill, and when you go to appropriations bill, let members bring the amendments. The question raised by the Honorable Donya, GAF is not factored in, as I told you yesterday. So what I would like you to do, please, I would like to allow you to move an amendment on this report so that you can introduce the GAF allocation.
You cannot move an amendment.
You can move with the permission of the chair. You can move the permission of the chair. Honorable Speaker, let me say, Honorable Speaker, that there are some members who have raised concerns about the cuts, especially touching on the housing. Honorable Speaker, some of the cuts touching on the housing are programs that have not been tendered, and therefore the amounts cannot be passed here. If the projects have not even taken off, then there's no reason why we should allow those amounts to stay in the books. Honorable Speaker, on the last issue, Honorable Speaker, on the last issue of committee chair. Chairs. I have said earlier.
Honorable Jeanette, just give Honorable Jeanette a chance.
Madam Speaker, thank you for your indulgence. Madam Speaker, the chair of the budget committee needs to tell the House that this is just a supplementary 3. All these monies we are asking for, including the CDF, including the GAF money, were all appropriated in the appropriation bill that we passed, that was enacted, that was put into an act by the President. So, Madam Speaker, whether this supplementary 3 is largely a 223 issue, Article 223, where the minister has spent money without the approval of the Parliament, and we're just rectifying. All the other monies that we passed are in the estimates, and they have been appropriated, and what we expect the minister to do is to release exchequer. That is all. There is no means the money is in.
2 minutes, Honorable Atandi, then we can
Honorable
put the
Speaker,
question.
Honorable Speaker, with those many remarks, I would like to reply. Thank you.
Honorable members, I now put the question that this House adopts the report of the Budget and Appropriations Committee on its consideration of the third supplementary estimates for the financial year 2024-2025 laid on the table of this House on Tuesday, 24th June 2025, and pursuant to the provisions of Article 223 of the Constitution and Section 39 of the Public Finance Management Act, Cap 412, respect of the votes contained in the first schedule. 2. Approves the decrease of the total expenditure for the financial year 2024-2025 by Kenya shillings 3,378,082,314 in respect of the votes contained in the first schedule. 3. Approves an overall increase in the total budget for the financial year 2024-2025 by Kenya shillings 35,736,909,26 in respect of the votes contained in the second schedule. 4. makes financial recommendations as contained in the third schedule. And 5, approves the expenditures under Article 223 of the Constitution as contained in the fourth schedule. And 6, resolves that the first schedule forms the basis for the consideration of the supplementary appropriations number 2 bill of 2025. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Order number 12, the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, second reading.
Chairperson Budget, where is he? He's disappeared. Honorable Atandi.
Honorable Speaker, there's a lot of noise in the chambers.
Honorable members, kindly resume your seats. Honorable Tongay, you've been responded to, because it is what Honorable Junet said is the correct position. It is going to be in the main budget. Honorable Atandi, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, I would like to move that the supplementary appropriations 3
Honorable Atandi.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I would like to move that the supplementary appropriations bill number 2, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, be now read a second time. Honorable Speaker, this is the same bill which you have just passed, and therefore I really do not want to belabor much. The bill is basically allocating. The bill is basically giving the Treasury powers now to be able to spend the money, and therefore, Honorable Speaker, as we have already discussed the bill in the second reading, I really do not want to say much. I would just want to move that the supplementary appropriations bill number 2 be now read a second time. And I would like to urge my Vice Chairman to be able to second. Thank you.
Honorable Pukose.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I second that the supplementary appropriation bill number 2, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, be read a second time. Honorable Speaker, we've just finished with the supplementary bill, which is the same bill as what we are just discussing. So what this other part in the terms of appropriation is to allow the government now to spend. So I don't think there is anything much, but this is to regularize what has already been spent. With those few remarks, Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now propose the question that the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, be read a second time. Honorable members, I now put the question that the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill of the National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025 be read a second time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
They now understand. A bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the consolidated fund and the applications toward the service of the year ending 30th June 2025 and to appropriate those sums for certain public services and purposes. Order number 13, Committee of the Whole House.
Order members, those who wish to participate in the Committee of the Whole House, please take your seats. Let us be orderly. Order members. Members who are in the Committee of the Whole House, the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025. Clause 3. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I now put the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Clause 4. I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? Ayes have it. Clause 5. I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill, Chair. There is an amendment. Chairman Budget, Honorable Atandi, please proceed.
Honorable Chair, I move that the bill be amended. The bill be amended by deleting clause 5 and substituting therefore with the following new clause: the supply granted for the services of the year ending 30th June 2025 in votes of R10.
Order members.
R1014.
Order majority leader.
R1015.
Majority leader.
R1064.
Very kindly, those who are seated.
R1072.
Order, Chair. Order, Chair. Chair, 1 minute. I think since there is an amendment in this, it is better if the Chair is heard in silence. So I request those who are consulting around the majority leader, please do it in lower tones. You may consult with the majority leader, especially the our women representatives. Okay. So now, honorable members, I would like to protect the majority leader. What is out of order, Honorable Kaluma?
Thing is out of order. Honorable Chair, majority leader is the majority leader of the House. And we are transacting the most fundamental role of the National Assembly under Article 95. Honorable Chair, we cannot do that when the majority leader is under siege. Amelaliwa.
Order, Kaluma. Order, Honorable Kaluma. Honorable members, well, this is my direction. I am a member of this House, and I have an idea as to why the women reps
are fighting an economical battle.
Consulting with the majority leader.
We are fighting
so then they may consult in lower tones. Proceed, Chair Budget.
Honorable Chair, I would like to move that the bill be amended by deleting clause 5 and substituting therefore the following new clause: the supply granted for the services of the year ending on 20th June 2025 in respect of the votes. Honorable Chair, the votes are listed here. There are very many. And in accordance with the Appropriation Act 2024, the amounts reduced specified in the third column of the second schedule. So if you look at the third column schedule, the amounts, the changes are listed.
Are you able to summarize?
I will summarized. Yeah, there are many.
There are many.
Yes, I will
So
summarize.
thank you, Chair. Honorable members, I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Chair. I heard the voice of the Majority Leader.
Chair, just as a point of information, since the Honorable Kaluma seems to insinuate that I am under siege. Honorable Speaker, I was just consulting with the women reps and assuring them, and I hope Honorable Tongai and Honorable Donya are listening, that the 500 million that was taken away in this financial year has been added to the 3.5 billion that was in the estimates for 25-26. So only 3 weeks from now, you will have 4 billion shillings up from 3.5 billion. So that this siege I was under, Honorable Speaker, can now end. You have an additional 500 million to give you 4 billion in the next financial year. For GAF, yes. Because these women MPs are very good people, especially those who are keen to detail and doing their work in this house, not just shouting out. Thank you.
Majority Leader, you may take your seat. And thank you for the explanation and assurance to the women reps. Minority Leader, Honorable Junet.
Madam Speaker.
Kindly use the next mic, Majority
Madam
Leader.
Speaker, I want to thank the Majority Leader for that clarification. Madam Speaker, the GAF money is very important money in this country. And that 4 billion, is it not only going to be budgeted for? We will make sure it is also appropriated and exchequer given, Mr. Speaker, even before CDF, Mr. Speaker.
Timely.
So members, in the interest of time, Member for Seme, the Chair Health.
Chair, I just want to add for our colleagues, if this money had actually been left here, they would have lost it. Yes. Because in the next 2 days, it would be virtually impossible to have used this money. The fact that this money has now been moved to the next financial year, we have actually saved the money for our colleagues. So I think that is what the point I wanted to clarify. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you, honorable members, for your comments. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that clause 5 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of our contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
First schedule.
I propose the question that the first schedule be the first schedule of the bill. There is an amendment, Chairman. Honorable Atandi.
Honorable Chair, I move that the first schedule to the bill be deleted and replaced with the new schedule which is attached in the supplementary order paper. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. I propose the question that the first schedule be amended as proposed by the Chair. I put the question that the first schedule. You would like to make a comment on about Dr. Makali Mulu? Yes, you may. You have the mic, Honorable Dr. Makali Mulu.
You know, Madam Chair, we are talking about figures. I'm sure we have not amended the whole schedule. Why can we be told what has been changed and what is it for? Because we are discussing the budget, we are not discussing general things. You know, Madam Chair, we are taking this process so casually as a house. I don't know why we want to do this. Why don't we just be told what has been changed? Because you can't have changed the whole schedule.
Honorable Dr. Makali, since you are a member of Budget Committee, I thought you would also expound. Okay. What is out of order, Minority Leader?
Speaker.
Honorable Junet Mohammed.
Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, as the minority side, just wait, as the minority side, sorry, that is out, it's not answered. Madam Speaker, as the minority side, we have given Dr. Makali the privilege and the honor to represent us in the budget committee. And it is him who should tell us what contains this report. He is behaving like a layman here, asking for details in front of the public, in front of the House. If he was sleeping in the sessions of the budget, then let him give way to somebody else who can understand budget making. Mr. Speaker, Madam Speaker.
Chair, I put the question. Yes, Honorable Makali Molu, I give you a chance to respond.
Yes.
I can also give you an opportunity to expound on what
Madam Chair,
what is in this schedule.
Madam Chair, with all due respect, and I think members will listen to me.
Order, Honorable Kaluma.
With all due respect,
let the member for Kitui Central be heard in silence.
Madam Chair, with all due respect,
let him be heard.
Kaluma, you cannot gang me. Kaluma, I've been elected by the Kitui Central people here.
Honorable CNN, Honorable Charles Nguna, please take your seat. Honorable Kaluma.
Can go to her. You know, Madam Chair, what I'm saying is this.
He is on a point of order, let him speak.
Kaluma, you're not sitting on the speaker's chair, and I have your mic.
Honorable Kaluma. Normally, you are a very orderly member, Honorable Kaluma.
And I want to tell Honorable Kaluma, Makali Molu is not the kind of people you can intimidate.
Makali Molu now.
I cannot be intimidated by anybody in this house. With all due respect to my minority leader, in quotes, he knows very well that I cannot be a lay person in budget making in this country. And this is what I was saying, Honorable Speaker. The earlier debate which Honorable Kajwang raised, the issue of when this budget was presented and discussed, I can tell you for sure, I'm a member of the budget committee, but communication to our committee came on Thursday, late in the night, when we were proceeding Friday, Saturday to our own things. So I did not even sit for this session. And it's not a mistake that I didn't sit. But what I'm saying is, Honorable Chair, is we are in a committee of the whole House, Honorable Chair.
Thank you. Honorable Dr. Makali, you have made your point.
Even if I sat there,
you have made your point.
Chair.
Honorable Junet Mohammed. Honorable Kaluma, you know very well that when you are on your feet and Honorable Junet Mohammed is on his feet in terms of order of precedence, he is the one to speak. Please proceed.
Madam Speaker, the supplementary estimates were tabled in this House in good time. And members had enough time to scrutinize it, and the committee had enough time, Madam Speaker, under the able chairmanship of Honorable Atandi. If Honorable Makali was busy coordinating and supervising other functions, like what is happening today in the country, then that is up to him. I know our colleagues in Wiper were busy organizing. That was a different matter.
I'll only, Honorable Kaluma, after that I will give the chair a chance and you will summarize.
Chair, my only point is to say that the matter being raised by Honorable Makali Mulu was raised by Honorable Kajwang, and there was a substantive ruling on it. We are now contributing clause by clause based on information we have as members. And this thing has left the committee. My point of order is that we should not be taken back to what the Speaker substantively ruled on in committee. We should proceed to the subject matter under the committee of the whole House.
Thank you very much, Honorable Kaluma. The chair, you will be the last on this one.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, Dr.
Honorable Chair, I'll give a chance first of all to the majority leader, then I'll come to you.
Chair, I want to agree with the members who've spoken, especially what Honorable Kaluma and Junet have said, because it is wrong for the Honorable Makali to insinuate that there was no time for consideration of these supplementary estimates. Because we were all seated here when these estimates were tabled here, and the chair stood in his place and gave a program of events on what would happen. The Honorable Makali Mulu is a member of the Budget and Appropriations Committee that considered these estimates. And therefore, to stand here in his place here and insinuate that there was no time for consideration when all the other 20 plus 26 members had time to sit and consider those estimates. I was just checking, Honorable Speaker, whether the Honorable Makali attended those meetings, but I am told he was not able to attend because he was attending some, it was done over the weekend, and he was attending some church, Salvation Army Church somewhere in Karen with the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka, speaking against economic empowerment programs, while himself and the Honorable Kalonzo Musyoka were empowering a church of very rich men in Karen, when the people of Kitui Central have no churches. How I wish the Honorable Makali Mulu was using that time to empower churches in Kitui Central, not to empower rich men in Karen. Honorable Makali Mulu, with your party leader, please go and empower churches, those Mabati churches in Kitui, in Mwingi, instead of empowering rich men in Karen, men who lives in houses worth 500 million shillings. How can you go empower such people in Karen when you are not empowering people in Kitui Central, Honorable Makali Mulu, honestly? And that is the time you would have used in committee. The committee sat on Friday, they sat on Saturday, they even sat on Sunday and Monday. And they missed your expertise, Honorable Makali. Please, next time, spend your time with the committee, not empowering rich men in Karen.
Chair, you are the last on this one.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Madam Chair, let me say that Dr. Makali is a competent member of Budget Committee. Unfortunately, he was not with us when we were processing the supplementary 3 estimates. But having said that, I want to explain the changes that we are making. Madam Chair, the first schedule contains votes that were presented to us by National Treasury. Madam Chair, after the bill was presented to us, we made changes. Some of the changes we made include inclusion of NGCDF, which was not in the original schedule. There are also some more changes that were introduced by National Treasury through a memo. That is why we are changing the entire schedule. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, honorable members. I now put the question that the first schedule be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. I now put the question that the first schedule as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
Second schedule.
I propose the question that the second schedule be the schedule of the bill. Chair, we have an amendment, Chair.
I would like to move that clause 2 of the bill be amended by deleting the words 49.
Chair, we are on the second schedule.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry.
Clerks.
Sorry.
Proceed, Chair. You may come to the table, Honorable Chair. Honorable members, after consultation. Honorable members, after consultation, I would like us to go back to the second schedule. I propose the question. Chair, would you like to say something before we proceed?
Chair, we have an amendment of the second schedule. Unfortunately, it's not appearing in the order paper. I would like to move that the second schedule be amended and substituted with the following new schedule, which is captured in the supplementary order paper.
Honorable members, I propose the question that the second schedule be amended as proposed by the chair. Honorable members, I now put the question that the second schedule be amended as proposed by the chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it. I now put the question that the second schedule as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. We have an amendment, Chair. Proceed.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to move that clause 2 of the bill be amended by deleting the words 49,399,970. Sorry. I would like to move that clause 2 of the bill be amended by deleting the words 49,390,907,913, appearing after the words sum of and substituting therefore the words 52,773,822,970. Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman. I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Chairman. Budget. I go ahead and put the question. Honorable members, I now put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed by the Chair. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it. I now put the question that clause 2 as amended be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it.
Title.
I propose the question that the title be the title of the bill. There be no amendment. I put the question that the title be the title of the bill. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Will as many as of a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. No amendment, so I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. Will as many as have that opinion say aye? Will as many as have a contrary opinion say nay? There is have it. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, and its consideration and its approval thereof with amendments. As many as have that opinion say aye. As many as have a contrary opinion say nay. There is have it.
Madam Speaker.
Madam Chairperson, you may move.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to report to the Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole House has considered the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, and approved the same with amendments. Thank you, Speaker.
Honorable Chairperson, I beg to move that the committee do report to the House its consideration of the supplementary appropriation bill number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, and its approval thereof with amendments.
Seconder.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it. Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee in the said report and also request Honorable Dr. Pukosi to second the motion for agreement with the report of the Committee of the House.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Honorable members, I now propose the question, which is that the supplementary appropriations number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, be now read a third time. Honorable members, I now put the question, which is that the supplementary appropriation number 2 bill, National Assembly Bill number 26 of 2025, be now read a third time. Will as many as of that opinion say aye? Aye. Will as many as of the contrary opinion say nay? The ayes have it.
An act of parliament, the supplementary a bill for an act of parliament to authorize the issue of certain sums of money out of the consolidated fund and their applications towards the service of the year ending on the 30th June 2025 and to appropriate sums for certain public services and purposes. Order number 14, motion, report on the consolidated fund services expenditures for the third supplementary estimates for the financial year 2024-2025.
Who's moving on behalf of the Chairperson, Public Debt and Privatization Committee? Okay, one moment. What's your point of order? There was a point of order on this side. Yes, Honorable Awunda.
Speaker, I was just wondering with the indulgence, if you could have dispensed of order number 7 on the order paper, because we skipped it in view of the urgency and importance of the supplementary appropriation bill 3. So just wondering, Speaker, with your indulgence, because I'm sure there isn't many questions or requests. Just asking for your indulgence, Honorable Speaker.
Okay, now that I've read order number 14 out, allow us to just dispense with order number 14, then we'll rearrange the order paper to accommodate statements and questions. Thank you. Yes, proceed.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House adopts the report of the Public Debt and Privatization Committee on its consideration of the consolidated fund services for the supplementary 3 for year 2024-2025 laid on the table of the House on Tuesday, 24th June 2025. Honorable Speaker, the review of the consolidated fund. Honorable Speaker, the review of the consolidated fund service CFS under supplementary estimate number 3 for financial year 2024-2025 offers an encouraging signals for Kenya's evolving fiscal landscapes. Notably, CFS expenditures are projected to decline by Kenya shilling 295.28 billion from Kenya shilling 2.2 trillion to Kenya shilling 1.99 trillion. Honorable Speaker,
my work is easy because I use Click. Here's how I keep track of all my tasks.
Continues to dominate CFS allocations, accounting for 88% of total expenditures. While this underscores the weight of debt-related obligations on the national budget, it also highlights a significant opportunity, the need to institutionalize structured and predictable liability management. By doing so, the government can unlock more sustainable fiscal space over the medium term, support development priorities, and protect essential public services. Honorable Speaker, major changes under the consolidated fund services include, under domestic debt redemption payments, a reduction by Kenya shilling 186.5 billion from Kenya shilling 569.9 billion to Kenya shilling 385.4 billion, primarily on account
to reduction of Kenya shilling 184.2 billion in the provision made to cover any shortfall in the redemption of treasury bills from Kenya shilling 200 billion to Kenya shilling 15.89 billion. And the external debt services is projected to decline by Kenya shilling 110 billion from Kenya shilling 704.9 billion to Kenya shilling 594.9 billion. The changes is as a result of the following. Under the external debt redemption payments, a reduction of Kenya shilling 114.87 billion or 24% reduction to Kenya shilling 361.5 billion from Kenya shilling 474.4 billion attributed to liability management targeting the Trade Development Bank syndicated loan, of which the amount due Kenya shilling 173.8 billion will decline to Kenya shilling 58.97 billion. Honorable Speaker, there are no changes instituted to the allocations for pensions, salaries and allowances for constitutional and independent office holders and other miscellaneous expenditures. Cumulatively, these expenditures will remain at Kenya shilling 246.97 billion. Honorable Speaker, as such, the committee observes that the current gains from liability management operation, though welcome, should be anchored in a robust policy framework. The absence of a comprehensive national liability management policy has limited the strategic deployment of debt reorganization tools such as prepayments, swaps, and restructuring. Formalizing such a policy will allow the National Treasury to plan proactively, reduce refinancing risks, and better align fiscal outcomes with the country's long-term development agenda. In this regard, Honorable Speaker,
yale ambayo hayajatimizwa yaweze kutimizwa, lakini hali imekuwa tofauti kabisa. Kama pale tunavyoona ni Thika Road, taswira zile zinavyotokea namna ile zinatuonyesha nini? Je, mlala hoi ni lini ataweza kupata haki, apate fursa ya kutaka kuwasilisha hoja yake bila kupingwa, bila vizuizi? Je, Kenya iko tayari kuhakikisha kwamba kila mmoja ana uhuru wa kujieleza na kupata haki vile inavyostahili?
Matukio ambayo tunayaona saizi kwenye runinga zetu, utaona katika sehemu ya juu unaona kuna ukiukaji wa haki za binadamu na unaona ukiukaji wa sheria pia. Kwa upande zote mbili, mwanzo ni kwa upande wa idara za polisi ambao wanahitaji kudumisha amani na hawapaswi kutumia nguvu kupita kiasi. Kwa upande wa waandamanaji, kuna wale ambao wamewasha moto na kuna kama pale unaona pale kuna uwasiliano baina ya askari na waandamanaji. Ni jukumu la askari kuweza kufanikisha mwanzo waweze kuwasiliana moja kwa moja na waandamanaji, na pia lingine ni waweze kubainisha dhidi ya mwandamanaji na yule ambaye anataka kuleta vurugu ama yule mhalifu. Na hapa unaona operesheni ya askari ni kama wanataka kufunga barabara wasije wakakubali watu waweze kupita, manake Thika Road ni njia ambayo ni ya muhimu katika uchumi wa taifa na ni a very critical road katika jamhuri yetu, na unapoona ukiukaji huu basi linaashiria kwamba bado tuko na muda, bado kuna changamoto haswa kutokana na swala la adhabu na uwajibikaji kwa upande wa idara zetu za usalama, na pia kuna hitaji, unaona pia utovu wa nidhamu kwa upande wa raia ambao wanachukua sheria kwa mikono yao na kujaribu kupambana na askari wetu kwa aidha kutumia mawe au kurudisha zile vitoa machozi. Na hii tunapoona, lakini katika sehemu nyingine pale, I think ni Mombasa, waona watu wanaweza kujiexpress, wanapata kuzungumza, wanatembea, na basi ile coordination ya askari utaona kuna ile taratibu ambayo watu wanaenda kwa njia fulani. Ningependa pia kusisitiza kwamba kila maandamano yanaweza kuwa na organizers. Na pia kuna wale ambao unaweza kufadhili maandamano.
Ni vijana.
Yaweza kuwa mtu yeyote. Yaweza kuwa mtu yeyote.
Na inastahili kwa hivyo kulingana na sheria.
Kwa sababu wewe ambaye unayejaribu kuorganize ama kupanga, lazima utaenda kutoa notisi kwa askari kuambia basi tunapanga maandamano yetu, tutakuwa sehemu fulani, na ndiposa wao waje wafanikishe na kudumisha amani. Sasa mahali ambapo tunakosea ni mahali ambapo wale ambao wanapanga wanaitumia sasa kukiuka sheria. Kwa mfano, ikiwa utalipia aidha kuami vijana, aidha kuwapa silaha na aidha kuamrisha kwamba wafanye mambo ambayo aidha haitaleta amani na utangamano, basi utakuwa unakiuka sheria. Na ni muhimu tuhakikishe kuwa
tuangalie zile picha kidogo vile zinavyokwenda, manake hapa ni katikati ya jiji la Nairobi, na kama tunavyoona ni kwamba biashara zote zimefungwa. Ina maana kwamba siku ya leo hakuna uchumi ambao utaingia katika jiji la Nairobi. Na yote hayo ni kwa sababu ya maandamano. Na maandamano haya kama yalivyokuwa yamesemekana na kama tunavyoona sasa ni tofauti kabisa. Wananchi waathiriwa, familia za waathiriwa leo walitaka tu kutoka kuandamana kwa amani, lakini hali inaonekana kuwa kivingine kabisa. Hapa nadhani ni katika eneo la Uhuru Park kama pale sijakosea. Sasa hii kwa mtazamo wenu, mnadhani kwamba serikali ni kama bado haijakubali kwamba Mkenya ana haki ya kufanya maandamano?
Mimi nafikiria hivi Mwanamisi, sisi wale ambao tumefanya ile inaitwa liberation theology ama political theology, ukienda katika vipengele ambavyo vinatuongoza kufikia mahali panaitwa inji ambayo haijafaulu, failed state, tunaelekea huko. Ukienda pole kuangalia watu wanaitwa Ahiti walifika namna gani mahali wako, tuko njiani. Na ndio nimesema, mnaweza sema tuko mbali, sisi tuko sawa. Hatuko sawa. Kile ningependekeza ya kwamba tumeongea sana kutoka mwaka ulipoanza. Kwanza miezi miwili iliyopita, hata sisi kama wachungaji tulikuwa katika All Saints Cathedral, mtakuwa takatifu wote pale. Tukasema kwamba tafadhali tuwe na maombolezo ya amani, na tutembee pole, tuende tuombe, tuweke maua, tuondoke. Tulikuwa nafikiria sauti zetu zimeheshimiwa. Kwa kulingana na vile inaendelea, sauti zetu haziheshimiwa bado. Viongozi hata wale ambao wanakaa katika missions, foreign missions, wameandika, na umesoma Mwanahamisi ukaona, wametuambia kwamba tafadhali tuhakikishe tuangalie nchi yetu, tusiingie katika shida. Hata wakasema kwamba wale mikoro walitembea na polisi ni vibaya. Kama tunasikilizana kutokana na culture yetu na tuko hapa saa hizi, mimi nikipendekeza kama wakili na mwenzangu, kama mmekubaliana, tungeambia Wakenya wetu tuwe na mchakato wa kitaifa. Tuwe na convention ya kitaifa, tuulizane ni Kenya tunataka ni nini na nini inatukula. Kuna jambo linatukula, na tukienda namna hii tutaingia 1960 where we were. Maana tulikuwa miaka ya 60. Sababu ile mali tunaharibu, ile misingi tunaharibu, ziko nyingi kuliko mtu mmoja.
Lakini kama anavyosema wakili Bashir ni kwamba japokuwa serikali haitaki kukubali uhuru na uwezo wa kuandamana na kupaza sauti yake, bado vijana wataendelea na wanaona kwamba kuendelea kule kunazaa matunda. Je, katika hii harakati ya kuzaa matunda pengine kuna hatari gani ambazo hapa zitatokea kwa sisi kama wananchi, kwa uchumi wetu, kwa taifa letu kwa jumla? Maanake tunaona kwamba kadri kunavyokwenda kuna vitu ambavyo vinatokea ambavyo haviko sawa. Kama ni huu utekaji nyara bado unaendelea. Kama jana tu tumesoma taarifa kwamba kuna kijana na ni kwa sababu alikuwa amechapisha kitu katika mtandao, bado inaendelea. Je, itakuwa ni ile fahali wawili wanapigana, zinazoumia ni nyasi, ama ni ile kwamba amani haiji ila ncha ya upanga, ama ni kitu gani? Maanake kuna ule mtoto ambaye saizi anakuwa hajajua historia za kina Dedan Kimathi, vile walivyopigania taifa la Kenya. Anashangaa, anaona hiki ni kitu gani? Je, ndio tunataka kutafuta ule uhuru ambao hatutaki kupewa, tunataka tuuchukue kwa nguvu, na tutaweza? Na kama hatutaweza, kuna athari gani katika taifa la Kenya?
Kile kinaendelea Mwanamisi ni kwamba hapa kuna watu wana hisia tofauti na wako interest tofauti. Kama kuna jambo nafanya, najua ukweli ni huu lakini sifanye ukweli, nao unaniambia nifanye, najaribu kuresist, najaribu kukataa kuenda mahali nataka niende. Kwa mfano vijana wana nia nzuri, kulingana kwa makaratasi na kile wanatuambia. Vijana wanasema tuheshimu katiba yetu, period.
Yes.
Wanasema tembea katika katiba yetu, na kuna mahali sijatembea katika katiba yetu, so obviously nitaresist, sababu najua nikienda katika katiba, ile katiba inafanya haya na haya, itanipatia uchungu, nitasikia uchungu hapa na pale. Na ninapokuendelea kuresist na haribu nchi, ninapoendelea kukataa na haribu nchi. Sababu kusema kweli Mwanamisi, kama leo mimi nilikuwa natarajia hatutakuwa na visanga kama hii
kabisa.
Nilikuwa naona kama kutakuwa na amani, tutakuwa na maombi. Ingekuwa siku ya maombi na kuomboleza, na mbio maybe ningeuliza kama tungekuwa hata tulikuwa nafikiria kama wachungaji wa dini na Sheikh, tungekuwa pamoja, tushikane mikono, tuende tuombe na tuweke maua na tuondoke turudi. Sasa nimeona kumbe kama tungekuwa hapo ingekuwa hatari.
Lakini kitu kimoja ambacho kinashangaza ni kwamba rais alijitokeza akaomba msamaha. Kwa nini Gen Z hawataki msamaha? Pengine nijibie na Gen Z.
Wajua msamaha ni vitendo. Iwapo ameomba msamaha na kuwe na kwa mfano accountability upande wa polisi, iwe wale ambao wamefanya tabia mbaya wapelekwe kwenye kotini, na I think upande wa haki ufanyike. Hapo ndio tungejua kwamba ukweli kuomba kwa msamaha wa rais ilikuwa ni ukweli. Sasa jana tumepata rais akisema kwamba tunataka polisi waheshimiwe. Mimi nasimama na polisi. Ukiona statements kama hizo ni vizuri, we all agree polisi wanafaa kuheshimiwa, lakini kuna wakati ambapo just a day before kuwe na protest, ukitokezea useme polisi wafanye kazi yao na walinde mali, hiyo ni ukweli, tuwakubali yote. Lakini at all times polisi wote si wabaya, kuna wale wabaya, wale wazuri. Accountability. 1 year ago wale ambao wamefanya yale machafuko ambayo yamefanyika wanafaa kuchukuliwa hatua. Kesi ya mahakama ya Rex Masai inaendelea, ile inquest. Unapata
mwaka mmoja
OCPD anaweza letwa kotini, ama the county commander anasema anakuja kusema kwenye koti kwamba hakuna ofisa yeyote ambaye tumemtuma pale mwenye alikuwa armed. Sasa ile bullet yenye imepigwa kwa yule mwandamanaji, kwani ni mimi ama ni wenzetu hapa ndo tulikuwa pale, tulikuwa tumejihami? Utajiuliza sometimes some questions. Kwani serikali inamaanisha kwamba kuna wale wa Kenya ambao wanajitokeza ambao wako armed? Ukiangalia hapa, I don't see any Kenyan ambaye ako na bunduki. Na ukiuliza baadaye utakuja kuona kama kuna injury. Then useme nani alipiga wengine risasi. Polisi watasema hatukuwa na hatuko na research, hakuna research ambayo imepigwa. Hiyo ndio itakubidi umejiuliza, kwani hapa kuna wale ambao sio polisi ambao umejihami na bunduki ambao waliweza cause maafa kwa wale waandamanaji. In short, na mwenzangu hapa wa human rights yuko, ukiangalia human rights na aipoa juzi the chairperson alipofika amesema in the last 4 months over 25 deaths wa Kenya takriban 25. Hiyo ni chairperson anasema hapo kwenye bunge la nchi. Amesema Wakenya about 25 wamepoteza maisha zao ama wamekosekanwa katika mkono wa polisi. You know, if that happens, chairperson waipoa akisema mambo kama yale, we are not supposed to proceed as normal. In fact, hiyo inafaa kwa national discussion. Kama tungeanzia tu vitu basics hapo, hatungekuwa katika hali ambapo wananchi wanajaribu kujitokeza ili waweze kujitafutia haki zao. Kama hizi institutions zingefanywa zile kazi ambao wanafaa kufanya. Kama every time rais akipata report ya Kenya National Commission on Human Rights, aipate, aseme I want to see this particular report